Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the smallest unevolved team that got buffed this season for the Open Great League. And as you can imagine by the title, I went 5-0 with this team. I have no idea how, but yeah, relax, enjoy some very cool gameplay here with Pokemon that shouldn't be as good as they are here actually. We're going to have a Shellos, which I actually didn't really want to have in there, but my girlfriend built it for me, so yeah, I cannot use it. Basically, what happened? I want to play Rufflet. I want to play Rufflet because Rufflet has access to Pack, Rufflet has access to a Rock Tomb, which I thought was a cool combination. Great. I needed a different Pokemon in the bag. I want to have Merkro, because Merkro can kind of take advantage of already gaining out like certain Pokemon, maybe flying types don't want to face. Alright, I have my backline with that. And then we kind of looked around being like, okay, what kind of Pokemon do we need in Elite? What you needed is a ground type in order to resist the damage from electric type Pokemon like the Dedenne. And so we were looking around, I was going over like my Gastrodons, I was seeing if I had like 100 Shellos or something like this. I had 100 Shellos. My girlfriend just decided to build it straight away, and I was like, great, let's check the Pokemon again. It's not a ground type. Shellos is not a ground type, Shellos is a water type. Shellos goes up to 1260 CP or whatever it is here. Yeah. Turns out Shellos was amazing. Like literally, of course, I would assume that something like the Gaston might be a little bit better, but there were honestly some games here, which you see today as well, where Shellos literally destroyed them because it's a Shellos and not a Gastrodon. People just think you're a ground type, and so people do sometimes some silly decisions and go for moves that they shouldn't go for because they expect you to be a ground type. And so yeah, let's take a look at the gameplay. This team was fantastic. I went only positive with this team. I had a 5-0 run. I had, I think, 2, 3, and 2 sets with it as well. And that is with a team that literally shouldn't be as great. Here, for example, we are going to be able to take the hit with our Shellos. It is a resisted hit because we are pure water type, not water ground, which you saw already did basically 0 damage. And this is the damage that it really did to Shellos, because you see already a Stab Shadow Bone Club also does only around like 30%. Shellos does actually enough, you know, to get them into 1 HP range there as well, which is kind of cool. I'm going to be able to like sacrifice my Rufflet here as well. Going to be the rock set's great, but Shellos was able to nearly take out the opponent's Marowak, even though it was debuffed, and was able to take the move from Dewgong. Dewgong gives us some extra energy. They have their Corsair in the back, which is a very good Pokemon, but not against Merkro, especially not Merkro with Dark Pulse. I want to have Foul Play on my Merkro, but again, I currently don't really want to use TMs. And yeah, that's going to be it for this game. Let's take a look at the next opponent, where we're going to encounter the Empoleon. We are going to be able to resist the fast move, but you know what's even cooler? We also resist the move Hydro Cannon, which you would usually not do. We're going to take neutral damage from Drill Peck though, but I'd rather take a Drill Peck than a Hydro Cannon is what I'm thinking here right now. Also, we're going to be able to go into our Rufflet here, which has to use a shield, but I am going to be able to align myself, which is going to be kind of cool here, which at least it's mostly what I'm going to go for. To be fair, I could also play that out and then just go and try to go into the other Pokemon that I have here, into my Merkro. But as you can see, we can go for 2 flies. This time around, Fly is actually the move that I want to go onto this Pokemon. You don't want to have, you don't have Drill Peck on this thing, even though maybe it would learn it, I'm not too sure. But again, we have Shellos coming in, and again, do they know that I'm not a ground type? No, they don't. They go for the resisted Hydro Cannon. In comes the Marowak, in comes my Merkro. We are going to have the Drill Peck, which is going to be a cheap move to get to, and they decide to let the move go, which they're going to be able to survive here as well, and I decide to let their move go. Why? Because we have Shellos, and Shellos resists the fast move from the opponent's Empoleon, and while we don't have Stab on our fast move Mudslap, it is still going to be enough to knock out the opponent here. So, do you see what I mean? Like, what? It is a Shellos, it's a Rufflet, and it's a Merkro, and they actually play really well together. And again, we can take advantage of the, the benefits of the Pokemon we have here. It's not that we have like Pokemon that are just bad just for the fun of it. They're actually really not. They all have like kind of some uniqueness to it, which helps them out in certain scenarios, and we kind of take perfect advantage of them. And also, by the way, I have to say, I did some battles as well today with a different team as well again. I feel like I play so much better since the deck is gone. Like, I feel like I'm playing literally like the way I wanted to always play, to the point where, yeah, I don't know, like, I think I actually am going to have a bit of an easier time this season, because I don't feel like an absolute idiot a lot of times where I'm just like, why did I do this? Because I'm kind of, I don't know, I feel like lag kind of frustrates me a lot of times. Lag is kind of gone now, and I feel like I'm playing the best I have played in literally years for PvP. So yeah, I am very, very happy about how things are going to go right now for me, and hopefully you enjoyed the content here today on this channel as well, or like generally on the channel. But I want to bring some interesting, fun stuff as well, and this is of course part of it as well. I don't really want to go for like YouTube meta and stuff like this. I want to bring the stuff that I want to showcase to you, and hopefully you appreciate it as well. I want to showcase Shellos destroying newly buffed Pokemon there as well with a Water Pulse after taking super, like not super effective, a resisted overheat, but from a Shadow Pokemon that does a lot of damage. I want to show that to you, and I will show that to you. So again, another player that doesn't understand that actually our lead is not that great against the electric type Pokemon because we're not part ground, but again, I do think a lot of people don't know that Shellos is not the Pokemon that you might think it is. Anyway, the opponent's going to outspeed us here with the Ice Punch. We're going to have more of a Team Pitta there, that's alright. They're going to outspeed us now. I decide to go for a shield. It is going to be the Shadow Punch, so they're going to be in a very positive position for themselves. I can go for another Drill Peck. And I decided to keep my Merkro alive, and I decided to swap out into my Shellos, which in hindsight I guess I regret a little bit. I definitely regret quite a bit. I think if I stayed in there, I would have been able to still go for a Drill Peck, apparently. Would have knocked them out, would have had alignment. And would have still had my Shellos with the energy that I had against the opponent's electric type of the, what's called? Forgot the name of it. The Suntrask. Yeah, but again, we don't have that here. And so we kind of have to improvise. We're going to have to let the move go here. I have to go into my Rufflet. I need to take the hits from the opponent, but I also need to get some energy on my other Pokemon there. So yeah, I don't have coverage here against ground and electric type Pokemon. They're going to knock me out here anyway, most likely with that Dusclops. Oh, never mind, they go for Shadow Punch. I have to farm down. It is my only play to farm down here, but as we see, the opponent had too much energy. They are going to be able to go for the Ice Punch, and with that, we just don't have the chance here. We still can fully farm them down actually with our Rufflet, which is kind of hilarious. I can even knock out the opponent's Togekiss, so it's not looking too bad. But of course, we just want to see here how much a resisted fly would do. Honestly, not too much, but with the Dark Pulse it would have been enough, but again, we would have needed to get the energy there first. So, we resist the fast move here, which we would have done with a normal one as well. We can go for a charge move before they can go for the Trailblaze, before they have something to threaten me, and I can swap out of now, because we have still the neutral fast move pressure here. In comes the Azumarill, and we can go for Fly. Fly is going to be able to two-shot them most likely with a pack damage coming in as well. And so the Ice Beam is coming through. We are going to be able to go for another charge move. This is going to be, Fly coming in. We're going to do some solid damage here as we have another Fly connecting against the opponent's Azumarill. This is looking very, very nice for us. Fly gonna get the shield, and I can catch the move onto my Shellos. Again, we are part just water type, so we're getting resisted damage there from the opponent. If this is not a Trailblaze, they're not gonna knock me. It's gonna be a Trailblaze, which is alright. I can go for the full farm on here though with my Rufflet. And in comes the Azumarill, where I can still go for a Fly. I went for the perfect amount of fast moves there as well. If I knock them, I knock them. Otherwise, yeah, I just get a little bit of an extra energy boost here, which now actually just allows me to go for the Fly here as well against the opponent, which should seal the deal, I think, because what we can do is we should be able to outspeed them here, kinda. It's, I think, 7 and then 6 fast moves for them in order to get to their moves, and we can just go for the Drill Peck spam here, which we need 5 for each. I think we should be able to outspeed them. We will never know because the opponent decides to let the move go anyway, and we can move on to the next opponent, where we will face the Wigglytuff in the lead. Not the idealist lead, but it's alright for us. We can play this one out. We can kind of try to do a little bit of team effort here. We have the Water Pulse, which is a stab move, and they go into their own Gastrodon, which is hilarious. Like, look at this. We have Shellos against Gastrodon, but of course we will swap out here in one of our flying type Pokemon as they decide to go for their own Body Slam straight away, which means I need to go for 4 fast moves here, which I do, and go for the Drill Peck, and now I'm either gonna get the shield from the opponent or the KO, but no matter what, I'm gonna get my next Drill Peck off straight away after, and even against that Wigglytuff damage coming in, it does not matter. We're gonna get the shield from the opponent. I could go for one extra fast move, a little bit of extra damage. I highly doubt it's gonna matter anywhere, but you know what's kind of funny here? It is still that Ice is going to be resisted from us, which we have here, and they decide to go for the wrong move, which is kind of hilarious. You still have to use a shield here though. It is very likely going to be now another Ice event. We are going to be debuffed, but they're going to swap out into the Claydol. That is not too bad. I can go for the Fly. It's honestly not too bad. Let's see if we're going to still be able to win this one. Fly is coming through, doing some solid damage, but I was hoping it would be a bit more, but because of the Ice event dropping our attack a little bit further. It's a bit of an awkward one here, and I kind of would want to swap out of there because I doubt that I do enough fast move pressure. And so I decided to get up to a fly, swap out of here, and they survive with 1 HP. If they didn't survive with 1 HP, I would have won this game here on the spot. Like this, I most they won't. If they didn't survive with 1 HP, I would have knocked them out, I would have had a charge move stored, I would have won the same Pitta with my Rufflet. Like this, we are gonna lose by 1 turn only. Again, showcasing on how close it is with this team, which is kind of funny. Of course, if you want to have this team a bit stronger, go for Gastron in the lead. You know, it's also funny, and also thanks to my girlfriend there as well, I don't have the Ultra League Gastron yet built, and I also don't have the XL candy anymore because, hey, guess what? I have now a 100% Shellos for the Great League. Can't wait to make more videos towards this Pokemon for me to make it worth it. It's still kind of funny though. Maybe I can play Master League Gastron eventually. Would be also an interesting thing to have. But also, again, Rufflet, by the way, is such a cool Pokemon. This is the main reason I want to try it out. Oh, hey, Rock Tomb. They didn't know. They're gonna go down. We have another flying type. Goodbye, opponent. There's nothing they can do here anymore. Even if they bait me 20 million times, it doesn't matter. I will win this battle. Shellos still is fully healthy there. I have no doubts that I'm definitely gonna be able to win this one. But yeah, again, the Rock Tomb is the main reason why I thought Rufflet would be such a cool Pokemon to showcase. I loved Merkro the times I played it before, and I was like, I kind of want to give it a try again as well. And then we just needed a tiny Pokemon because we already had 2 tiny birds. We needed another tiny Pokemon in there, and we're literally destroying people with a Shellos right now. Like, seriously, like, what the hell is this? Like, I just don't know. Like, Shellos is doing crazy things here today. We're going to have the Night Surge coming through. They sadly didn't go for the Hydro Cannon, by the way, which would be resisted. So I could have actually just stayed in there as well and even got another Shield most likely from the opponent, which would have been, in hindsight, the better play. But I'm still thinking that I'm a Water and Ground type, even though I knew at this point by far or the way that I'm already not the Ground type. But I would have been actually able to stay in and get another shield from the Greninja, which is kind of ridiculous. But my idea was, I just gonna go for the full farm with my Rufflet, and I have access to Rock Tomb. I have 100 energy. I have a Pokemon that is going to be able to win Team Pitta against your Talonflame. And so Talonflame goes down, and with that, we're still going to have 3 Pokemon left. The opponent has only 1 Pokemon left, which is a Ferrothorn, and that's not ideal for us. But also, we can catch a move with our Shellos. Here's maybe where a ground type would have been able to survive that. We are not a ground type, but it's actually better because we didn't give them as much farm, we don't give them any farm, and with that, we have the Drill Peck coming through, we still have a Fly in the back, and it is going to be a good game, I would say. And we can move on to the second to last battle. I hope you're entertained, because there is more to come. Yeah, honestly, I enjoyed this team so much. You see it in the gameplay as well. It was so much fun. Like, what do you say that like a Rufflet here is going to be able to destroy the current meta? Like, Shellos is honestly not looking like a Pokemon that's only 1200 CP there. And it's like such a funny Pokemon because it's a Shellos. It's not like a Wobbuffet or something like this. It has like its unique gimmick of having like crazy HP and crazy defense but no attack, stuff like this. No, we have literally just a pre-evolution here that's a little slug that just survives around. Like, what the hell is this thing? We are going to be able to take the Icy Wind, resist the damage, cool. We can take the next hit as well. Kind of think we had a similar game earlier on in this video already as well. But yeah, cool. Water Pulse, stab move, stronger this season, get there faster, only need 5 fast moves. Yeah, basically force the opponent to go for another charge move, which now gives us a ton of energy that we can get on our Rufflet, and Rufflet again is going to be a Pokemon that can be able to drop the opponent's attack, but also I can just take the energy and leave it for later, and in comes the Corsola, and I played safe. I go for Drill Peck. You might think Dark Pulse is safe, which it also is. You have 2 win cons here, either going for the Drill Peck and the Dark Pulse, or then 2 Dark Pulse would be also working out, but I still had a move start anyway, so I knew that I would be able to win this battle no matter what the opponent would do, and we can move on to the final one for today. I honestly couldn't believe it. Like, I really could not believe on how strong this team was. This is literally something that is just so funny to me, because that's something that I did back in the day that I couldn't really do recently, because I felt like I always kind of was not good enough to play teams like this, but I feel like since the lag is gone, I feel like I'm playing so much better and so much better strategically as well, that I am capable of doing things like this again, hopefully on this channel more often as well, where I just play absolute random nonsense and destroy absolute meta teams with it. And yeah, today is the day of Shellos, today is the day of Merkro as well as Rufflet. It is wild. I hope you enjoy this content though. again, let me know down below. What do you think about this? Do you want to see sometimes matchups like this as well, where I go up basically already in a losing position based on the Pokemon that I bring, but then try to bring it back by literally destroying everything with absolute spice? Let me know down below. I am excited for this video. Hopefully this is doing well. Again, if you want to support the channel, feel free to leave a like and subscribe there as well. It is free, helps out a ton, and allows us to knock out Pokemon like a Zoom as well here with little tiny birds, which is what we kind of want to showcase here. I have so much fun here again for this meta generally. Here we're sadly going to lose the final battle. We're still going to see how much damage the water pult's going to do. But yeah, this is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the showcase of Shellos, and I will see you then. Bye bye.